Hi, how you doing?
Good. What's your name, sir?
Uh,
For the security of our facility, we got a complaint that you were filming employees coming in and out. Can I ask what you're doing?
filming the building.
Okay, but why are you filming our employees?
Are they coming and going from the building?
Well, I had one that said you followed them in with your camera as they drove up.
Possibly. They've just gotten some footage of them going by.
All right, is there a reason for that?
Yes, sir, it's for my use. I'm a journalist gathering content for a story.
Content for what story? You understand that it's a security thing. That's why I'm out here. Can you identify yourself? Do you have your driver's license with you?
Have I committed a crime? Have I done something wrong?
Well, you're filming our employees. It could be a security thing. So for that reason, I am going to ask you for your identification.
Okay, is filming public employees a crime?
Okay. I don't have to explain that. I just asked you for your identification at this point.
Okay, if I haven't done anything wrong, I don't see why you would want my information.
Okay. You potentially could be. I got a complaint. This isn't me contacting you. I got a complaint from one of our employees. Now I am contacting you about some potential security thing. And I would like to see your identification.
Am I under arrest or being detained?
You're not.
Am I being detained?
You're being detained right now, yes.
Okay.
So may I see your identification, please?
Okay.
You understand what that means, right?
Okay, I'm not armed, sir.
Okay.
You're stepping up on me like you're getting aggressive with me. I'm not armed.
Okay. Well, we're fixing to go inside if you don't start cooperating. I need to see your identification.
Okay, at this time I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine. You don't have to say anything.
I want an attorney.
I
want an attorney during any and all questioning. Okay. I don't submit to searches or seizures of my property.
Okay.
And I'm out here. I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm just exercising my First Amendment right.
And I understand you got all your cameras rolling and stuff like that.
Yes, sir, I do. I always video my interactions with law enforcement.
We're not going to continue to let you videotape employees coming or leaving with their personal information on their license plates and that sort of thing.
It's public information. License plates are public information, sir.
But I'm going to have to ask you to stop. If you'd like to leave, you can do that. If not, we're going to come revisit this situation, okay? Are we clear?
We're clear. Could we, well, you're a lieutenant. I don't guess there's too many people over you. Maybe the sheriff himself.
It's a few people.
Before the sheriff? I mean, because what you're doing is wrong, sir. I've committed no crime. You're detaining me against my will, unlawfully.
Okay, there's a security thing here, and you're refusing to show me your ID.
Because I haven't done anything wrong. It's my personal information. You're telling me that filming somebody's license plate is filming their personal information.
Okay, you understand this is the sheriff's office?
Yes, sir, I do. I filmed the front of it where it says Fort Bend County Sheriff.
Right.
I've made no secret about what I'm doing or what I'm, being here. I'm not hiding.
Okay.
I'm right out in
What's
right
the
in the open.
Are you trying to elicit some sort of reaction from law enforcement with the body cam and all that stuff? I
No,
don't
sir.
get it.
No, sir. I run these all the time when I'm out filming, just because sometimes I get interactions with not law enforcement, but citizens,
we're going to
whatever.
GoPros and stuff like that, and
There's body cameras.
Right?
That's good. I like to hear that.
Yeah.
I like to hear that.
Because everything that's on video
It's
right
indisputable.
there. You understand? I'm not here to give you a hard time, but when my employees come and they say, "Hey, this guy filming me, we don't know what he's doing," it's my job to come out here and ask questions and find out what's going on.
Consensual
I don't
contact?
even know your name. I'm David McKinnon. I'm a lieutenant with the sheriff's office, and you are?
Consensual contact. I have no issue with that. But at the point that you start detaining somebody for taking pictures of a public
building. But you
building,
understand, as a police officer, we can do that. We can ask you for your identification. If we have a complaint from somebody else, we can ask to go identify that person and find out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there may not be anything going on now, but if something were to happen later, then we have that information. Okay, it's just part of doing law enforcement.
I understand, but 3802 is pretty clear. It says I only have to identify myself if I've been lawfully arrested.
Right. You're not arrested right now, but it is.
But you're detaining me, and so.
Well, as I come up here to identify you because of this, yes, it's a detainment in that sense of the word, and then you're kind of splitting hairs on there and all the legalities of that, of what's already been argued as a detention. I mean, I get that. I've been in here for law enforcement for 18 years. I get that.
I don't think I'm splitting hairs. If you've committed no crime, what's your reasonable articulable suspicion that I have committed or am about to commit a crime?
Okay, with all the terrorist activity going on today...
so you suspect me of being a terrorist?
No, you're putting words in
Thank you. No, I'm not putting words in your mouth.
Okay.
I'm asking a question, okay?
But it seems like you're out here trying to elicit some sort of
I am
reaction.
not. I am taking pictures of the building. It's a nice day.
No, not when you're recording somebody coming into the office.
I told you I'm a journalist. It's just B-roll footage. Automobiles going by, employees coming and going, the building in general, traffic up and down the street. I filmed that as well.
Okay.
And I very probably will be filming some stuff over on that side of the road as well. We got 4 words. Am I free to go?
Free to go.
Okay. Thank you. My issue is, I'm going to turn the camera off. The GoPro's still running just... Okay. My issue is that I film public buildings a lot. Okay. And I get everything from this to being arrested. Okay? One of your detectives is aware of who I am and told me that if I came out here and filmed this building, that I would be arrested. So I'm here exercising my First Amendment rights. The camera is my protest sign. I am protesting what I'm hearing from your staff. Now, as a courtesy, I'm going to identify myself to you.
Okay.
All right? Because you're not demanding it. You're kind of borderline, but, threatening to take me inside. If you're really that dumb, then you would deserve what you get. Okay? I'm going to give you a business card. All right? And there is a DHS bulletin out on me just for your own information, notification.
Okay, well, that's...
But I am not a terrorist.
Why is that?
Because I take pictures of public buildings. Okay? And ultimately, you're asking me if I hope to elicit a response. Ultimately, I hope to elicit no response. Okay? I know where the line is. I know what I can do and get away with, and where I cross the line at. I do not cross the line.
Yeah, well, and like filming the building and stuff like that, yeah, that's totally cool. But from what I was told, one of our dispatchers...
I'm going to guess and say it was the heavy-set lady. It seems like they're always the ones that call on me.
I'm not going to...
I know, I said that. You didn't.
I'm not getting into that. But she said that you filmed her and you getting out of her car and got her car and got her all the way going into the building. She has no idea. She doesn't have anything civil going on. And she's like, why is this particular person filming me? So
I actually filmed her vehicle pulling into and up and parking.
So it was just whoever came in at that time?
Yeah, and I got somebody in a black car coming out of the gate back there and going by. It's just general footage. I'm not focusing on, I never do. I never focus on any one person, except you when you walk up to me. But
well, I was in CID for 10 years. So who's the detective?
I'm not gonna out her. I think that she already knows I'm here. I'm sure. I'm very sure she knows I'm here.
I can give you a kind of a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Oh no, I know her by name. I know exactly who she is. I had an incident with some constables in downtown Houston, and she ended up making some comments to me on Facebook, and eventually the conversation back and forth was kind of like what we just had, and eventually it came down to, well, if you come to Fort Bend to the Sheriff's Department and try that bullshit, you will be arrested. Okay. So here I am. And once again, if she is dumb enough to come out here and arrest me, I welcome it. I welcome it.
Well, and with all the stuff going on, I mean, obviously,
I'm protesting. That's the only reason I'm here.
I get that, man.
Homeland Security actually has a nice, thick report out on me, but they won't talk to me personally. Now, I've talked to some of the guys over at the Fusion Center in Pasadena and some other places, but I actually surprised that you came out, because I did this very same thing at Sugarland PD a month ago, and they were nice. They just waved. That was it.
Well, it was a more specific complaint. It wasn't just, hey, there's a guy filming the building out there. It was a more personal thing.
Yeah, so now,
who works for me?
Well, I understand.
And so
I understand. And here's the thing. Okay, this is long established in law. Okay, public employees, citizens have the right to document what public employees do when you're on the clock. Now I do respect police officers when they're off the clock. I don't film police officers when they're doing extra jobs, not intentionally. Okay, that's your private life. I get it. I'm good with that. Okay, but when you're on the clock, you're out here working. But I am happy to know you guys are going to get body cameras. That was something that I noticed.
Yeah, we got federal grants coming for all this because they are expensive.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, there's a lot of Homeland Security grants out there.
The body camera has literally saved me from going to jail before.
Well, David, I always used, when I was on patrol many years ago, I always used my camera. I love that camera because the camera doesn't lie. It's like this is what happened. It's like, don't take my word for it.
Right, it's right there. Absolutely.
Take the camera's word for it.
Absolutely. I just got a criminal case dropped. I was actually arrested in Harris County and got a criminal case dropped because of this camera right here. Once the DA saw the footage, finally, they're like...
Well, yes, you're you are free to film the building and all that stuff. I would ask that when an employee gets out, don't zoom in on them and go through the building, because then they take that as they don't know what, you know.
I don't do that. I didn't zoom in on her. It was, like I said, she kind of walked towards the building, and so I was just standing there with the camera, just kind of looking at the viewfinder. It works like binoculars. I'm an old guy, and my sight's just not that good.
I've been dealing with bad guys for a long time, okay? You don't strike me as a bad guy, okay?
You know,
I appreciate you talking to me. At least
well, I mean, you were civil once you settled down a little bit. You know, I was a little worried there for a minute. When you start talking about taking me inside, you know, you usually get the silent treatment. And but you seem like a nice guy, and
I'm not joking.
You weren't really being a dick. So I just have a hard time.
Both sides, man. I got to take this. I got to come out here. Then I got to, you know.
And so
being a
now
cop's a hard job. It's kind of like being a referee. You make a call, I used to play hockey. You make a call on the ice, there's 5 people that love you, there's 5 people that hate you. You turn around and make a different call, boom, it's swapped the other way. So,
well, for what it's worth, a long time ago, and this doesn't show up in the DHS report, they report all the bad stuff, and none of the good stuff is that I worked in federal law enforcement for 5 years, so I know what you're saying. I know where you're coming from.
Okay.
My issue, and that was a long time ago, my issue is that I believe that things are getting a little out of control with law enforcement. I think that there's a lack of accountability. You know,
there's a big push towards accountability,
and that's what I'm about.
And
that's what I'm about. I'm not anti-police. I'm not anti-law enforcement. I actually started doing this because I was sick of seeing all the YouTube videos of, you know, bad police officers out there. So I said, there's got to be more to it. You know, there's something more there. The cameraman provoked that or edited it out. And so I started doing this, and boy, did I get my eyes open. I've been tased. I've been everything but shot.
Well, to that point, I would say, look at the number of police officers out there. They're like lawyers or doctors. You're going to have some bad ones in there, too. You can't not have some bad ones in there. Okay?
I agree.
And I'm not saying there ain't some bad ones here.
I've not encountered them yet. Okay. Now, what really prompted me to go ahead and come on out here is that I'm hearing complaints. I get a lot of complaints from citizens about PDs, and so I'll go out and film them and watch the officers and things like that. And the school zone up the road here is having some issues. I believe the sheriff is actually meeting with the homeowners association tonight about it.
What are the issues?
Patrol officers speeding through the school zone while it's active, while there's kids in the school zone. And I get it. You know, you get in a hurry, you're running a call, you may not be running code.
Not even run a call, that's not acceptable.
Well, I mean, but you know, a little bit of common sense.
I know, but as a supervisor, that's never been acceptable when there's a school zone going on there.
Yeah.
Yes, if they have a call that they're going to, the law allows us, and we have policies on that, not an exorbitant thing, but, you know, 5 and 10 miles over and stuff like that. We have policies for that sort of thing. But school zones are off limits. If it's 20, it's 20.
So that's good. I like to hear that, but I can tell you that it's not happening down there.
And I believe
you know it. Okay. Okay. Well, then if you know about it, then you're taking steps, or the sheriff is fixing to take steps to alleviate the problem. But I'm going to be setting up down there with a radar gun and a video camera. Maybe it's not going to be today, but it's going to happen. And
you probably catch some people.
I'm not worried about the people. Well, I'm worried about. I'll get the people too, but I'm worried about the deputies. So you might want to put the word out that people are paying attention. I mean, I'm not here to get anybody in trouble, okay? But I will. Okay. That's not my intention. I'd much rather say, oh, look at this. I was out there for 4 hours and got nothing.
Right.
That's what I like to present. And I present, if you look at my YouTube channel, you'll see there's good and bad on there. Every time I have a good interaction with police officers, it's on there. If I have a bad one, well,
News Houston. Okay.
News Now Houston.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And if you send out an email to all your detectives and ask if any of them spoke to me over the Precinct 1 Constable's thing, you know, I'll let her. If she owns up to that to you, that's fine. It was a female, and she is a detective.
Do you know the last name?
I'm not going to out her. If I were going to do that, I would have brought photographs of the conversation.
Johnson, Hobbs, Welch, Roberts. No.
I'm not going to give her up. If I were going to do that, I would have come in. I would have come and made a complaint. Okay. Yeah, you're pretty warm. But that's not my intention. You know, I understand. Like I said, I understand. You know, I've got a son that's a police officer. I get it. Okay.
Well, keep in mind, there's some good ones of us here.
I believe you. I believe you. That has been my experience with every police department I've dealt with. Usually when I have trouble with a police department or a sheriff's department, as it was, It's somebody's ego. I hurt somebody's ego by saying, no, I'm not going to tell you who I am. And that's when I have trouble. And I can tell after I say that how this is going to go. Okay, and I could tell you weren't going to push the issue. Okay, so that's why I went ahead and interacted with you.
Not enough to go through all that. I mean, I've been a cop for a long time.
It's just not worth it.
Is there, are you kind of splitting hairs there? Can it go one way or another, And I'm not going to paint it like, you're coming out here doing a bad thing. I'm just trying to resolve this. Like, she had a complaint. I want to come out here and make sure that everybody's safe, that there's not a stalking deal going on. You're out here for some public stuff, for your own entrepreneurship, and that's okay with
Well, feel free to go back in there and tell her that her husband hired me to spy on her. Okay, I've got to... hey, you got to have a little fun here and there. I left my cell phone in my ride's car, and so I'm going to have to walk down the way here and locate my ride. But right. I appreciate you.
All right, hey, and I appreciate you too. Okay, it's all civil, man. It's all good.
Like I said, I other than those complaints down there, this issue with that detective is between her and I. I've had no problems out here. I've had no problems in Sugar Land, and I've been out in the county and filmed places. I filmed at the prison unit, and they called in on me, and the sheriff's department told them.
Well, yeah. Be careful with the prison stuff. Yeah.
Well, I was on public property, and I'm not filling the inmates or anything like that. Just the building and the trees, but they called and they came out and told me. So we called the sheriff's department, and they said what you're doing is not illegal, but we're just going to ask that you be sure to stay off our property. And so, not an issue. Okay. Not an issue. All righty, sir. All right, you have a good afternoon.
All right.